Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Ruinsnow and we're here to explore Magic the Gathering, the world of the top 10 Loxodon. How many are we going to put on the list? Just 10, but which ones are on that list? You have to keep watching and find out. So let's begin with number 10. So the first on our list is Loxodon Peacekeeper. It's from Mirrodin and it's a rare. Costs 2 for a 4/4, so the reason why it's at number 10 is, well, its ability. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, the player with the lowest life total gains control of the Peacekeeper. If 2 or more players are tied for the lowest life, you choose one of them, and then that player gains control of it. So it's really cool. 2 for a 4/4. There's so many ways you can gain around it, but again, I just like the 4/4. You can put it out as good even as a defender until you start attacking. This is why it's at number 10. A really cool card. Artwork I'm not too a fan of, I'm sorry, but it's not that good. So let's move on to number 9. Now at number 9 we have Woolly Loxodon. It's either from Masters 25 or Concept Takir, and it is a common. And again, I like to say this, it's a Loxodon. The most powerful one in the entire Magic world. It is a 6/7. This is the only reason why it's here. It's on the list at number 9 is because it is the most powerful Loxodon you will find. Morph is not that great. Costs 7 mana for a 6/7. Not that great either. Really cool artwork. I do like the picture. I'm very impressed with it. But again, it is only here at number 9 because it is the most powerful Loxodon on this list. So let's move on to number 8. And at number 8, we have Loxodon Anchorite. It's from 5th Dan and it is a common. The reason why it's here at this number is because it says prevent 2 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. It's just 2, 3, 4, 4, but again, its ability is what makes it on number 8. That's just annoying. Simple as that. 2 damage, but at that point, maybe 2 damage won't make the difference against whatever. Has 3 defense, so a simple lightning bolt can kill it, but again, that could be the ability for anything in the Magic world. Again, sorry guys for the repeating, but this Loxodon is only here to prevent the 2 damage, and that could be annoying every turn, especially you have 4 of them that could prevent 8 damage, and you can prevent that damage to each of them, or so forth. So let's move on to number 7. And at number 7 we have Loxodon Life Chanter. It's from Core 2020 and it is a rare. Again, it was very debatable about how I wanted to put this in because it says when it enters the battlefield you may have your life total become the total toughness of all creatures you control. It's a 4/6. Again, thankfully it says may because I don't see how this card would be very effective in the Magic world. That's why I didn't see it when I was playing in the format. Not a lot of people play this. And it costs 6 mana. It says Loxodon Life Chanter gets X plus X until it where X is your life total. Again, that could be very helpful if you're doing a life deck, but 6 mana for this 4/6 Loxodon, that's very debatable. That's why it's at this number 1. So let's move on to number 6. And at number 6 we have Loxodon Hierarch. It's from Green Guild Kit, Dual Decks, and Ravnica City of Guilds, and it's a rare. So this card gets around. It's really cool. It's not too bad for a rare. It's 4 mana for a 4/4. So already again for a general, that's pretty good. And it says when it enters the battlefield, gain 4 life. It can also sacrifice it to regenerate it to your creature you control for 1 forest and white mana. Again, this is why here it's at number 6. It's an average card. It's alright. It's pretty good. And in fact, outside of the Loxodon realm, this is actually a pretty good card. This is why it's at number 6. So let's move on to number 5. And at number 5, we have Loxodon Mystic from 10th edition or Darksteel. And believe it or not, it's a common. The reason why it's at number 5 is because of its ability to tap target creature. That is 100% annoying, especially you have 4 of them, which is really doubtful when it costs 5 mana for that 3/3. But tapping target creature every turn, very, very annoying. That's it. This is why it's at number 5. It's just that tapping ability. Can't get any worse than that. So let's move on to number 4. And at number 4 is Venerated Loxodon from Guilds of Ravnica, and it's a rare. In fact, this is actually one of my favorite cards in Guilds of Ravnica because you can do so much with those 1/1 creatures out and put this out right away. So it costs 5 mana for this 4/4, but it has Convoke, which is really cool. It says your creatures can help cast a spell. Each creature you tap costs 1 colors to pay toward that. Absolutely amazing because when it also enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that it convoked. I actually got on Arena. I was in the top 100 when I was playing a deck with this guy. I love this card. Fortunately, if it's not the best Loxodon, so I had to put it at number 4, but personally, it is my favorite. So let's move on to number 3. And at number 3, we have Loxodon Punisher. It's from Muradon, and it is a rare. This is really cool because it says it gets +2/+2 for each equipment attached to it. So you can easily do trample, flying, or anything and just keep pumping it up. And then if you have that enchantment says gets +1/+1 for each enchantment in play, this can be even more powerful. So this Elephant Soldier is a Punisher, if you get my drift. It is just great. It costs 4 mana for that 2/2, which is absolutely fine because, again, you can easily pump this up to 100 if you really wanted to do it. Again, that's why it's here at number 3, but there are 2 other cards, so let's move on to number 2. Now, at number 2, we have Loxodon Smiter. It's from Return to Ravnica, and it's a rare. Look at that. 3 mana for a 4/4 in it itself, and it can't be countered. Wow, that's just great. I know it's at number 2, but how do you beat that? And it says, if a spell or ability on opponent controls causes you to discard a Smiter, put it into your battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. Like, how is this only a rare? How do you not play with this card? 3 for a 4/4 in and of itself is great, and it can't be countered. This is like the ultimate card. I don't know why I said ultimate, but there is one I think better than this. This one is amazing. This should be in every type 1 deck if you're playing green-white. So let's move on to the ultimate, number 1. At number 1, we have Loxodon Gatekeeper, and it's from Ravnica, City of Guilds, and it's a rare. The reason why this is number 1 is it is 100% annoying, and I love it. It says, artifacts, creatures, and lands your opponents control come into play tapped. 100% lands. That ability alone to make his lands come into play tapped just stalls him for an extra turn every time. Creatures, haste, not a problem. And I love the saying. It says, the gatekeepers are so fastidious that even the winds must wait to pass. That is true. It costs 4 mana for that 2/3, so again, not too bad at all. Anything can take him out, like a blazing salvo or anything but a shock. It won't do anything to him. This is the number 1 Loxodon card in the entire Magic world, and I absolutely love this card. In any type of multiplayer game, you want this card in the deck, which I have several decks made with this guy. Any multiplayer deck, like I said, it is 100% the best. So I hope you enjoyed this card and this video, and I hope you guys have a good day and a good evening.